So we just wait for people to log on. A couple of seconds early. But I know Izzy's around because she's actually at the workshop, so we're good to go. Hello, Flexible Tools. Good evening. Northern Panels Lass. Hello. Northern Panels Lass. We need to be having a chat soon. So there we are. Cinder, Premier Cargo. Glad you could make it, Kev. Sophie, glad you're here. Jono, excellent. Painter Izzy, welcome. So Izzy sent me a request. There we go. No, that's not you. Someone else sent on a request. So please don't send a request to join because the only person we're having on tonight is Painter Izzy. So here we go. I've just sent you a request. Painter Dude, hello. Luxury, hey Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Hey Zep. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing? You okay?
I'm nervous. I'm good.
I'm exactly the same, Izzy. Don't worry about it. I told you that earlier. So
Yeah,
can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Crystal clear.
Yeah, good.
In fact,
good.
I'm so nervous, I'm already sweating.
Don't be.
So, everyone, for those of you who don't know who we've got here, we've got Izzy, Painter Izzy. And so Izzy's going to give us a little bit of history on how she got into the business and how she got to where she is now. Please go ahead.
Wow, thank you. Well, I don't really have a good answer for that because I don't really have the exact path, But I started watching a lot of MTV when I was younger, and they had a lot of car shows, like hot roads and stuff like that. And I found that really appealing. It looked so fun to do and creative. So I decided to go to school, and I did the education, and somehow I ended up in a booth, and I absolutely loved it. So I kept doing it, and now we are here.
So have you always worked for the same company, or did you work for a couple of different companies?
No, actually, I got fired from this company after I was done being an apprentice. So they were selling the shop to a different company, so they let me off. So I started working 1 year for Audi Volkswagen company. And then they called me, the new owner from Lux Service, and they wanted me back. So I've been here ever since.
What sort of time period was from getting fired to getting hired again?
1 year.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's good. And actually, I wrote on my locker at my old company, this one, I'll be back.
Did you?
Yes. And they let that stay there all the time, so I actually have that in my locker.
You'll have to take a photo of it and post it up later.
Yeah, I can.
Tigers. That'd be cool. So you're the primary painter there. There's nobody else.
No.
And it's always been that way?
Well, not before me. When I was an apprentice, I had a lead painter over me, but she actually switched company just 3 months after I started my apprenticeship. So I actually was on my own from that. And I don't know if they even had a lead painter the year that I was gone, but yeah, now it's the same.
So that's interesting that the previous painter was also a woman, and you're actually training an apprentice that's also a young lady as well.
Yes.
And how's she getting on?
Oh, she is really good. She really is. And I can't wait for her to make her own account. So, yeah.
And so she hasn't got an Instagram account yet?
She has her private account, but she doesn't feel ready yet to make a work account. But I think that would be a really cool concept for her to make an apprentice account. I think that would appeal to so many, and I hope she really does it. I keep pushing her, so help me.
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea, because there are a lot of people out there that are maybe nervous, or they don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, even if you're experienced like you and myself, we still get judged, and we can, well, look, we were both nervous tonight, and there was no reason for us to be nervous. So what does your average day sort of involve?
Well, I was thinking a lot about that question, because you ask everybody the same question like that.
Yeah.
And To be honest, I don't have kind of like an average day because for me, I get to work and we drink our coffee and we kind of plan out the day. And then it's all a blur to me. And then I'm home again. So I don't really know what an average day is because it's like so many things, different things you have to do. So you just kind of put on your beast mode and you do it and then you go home. So yeah.
And you've had some really big jobs in, like last week you had that big truck in and you had to paint the chassis on that. So I guess that
Yeah,
can
and
be quite.
we have a lot of different kind of work, so it's never the same. Like painters never have the same day. You know, we paint everything like kitchens and cars and motorbikes and house things. I don't know what it's called. We paint so many different things. So an average day, maybe I don't paint anything at all. I paint 3 to 4 cars, or not a car at all. Maybe I just do a kitchen. So yeah, I don't have a typical average day.
And signs and letters. I saw you do, was it last year or the year
Yeah.
before? You did a whole load of different big letters as well, didn't you?
Yes, yes, we actually do them all the time. It's the street signs for the city I live in. So that's really cool. So when we go down to town, we can see all the signs that we have painted.
I painted that. I painted that. I painted that.
Oh yes.
It's
That's
almost
really cool.
it's almost like you've tagged your own town, haven't you? Really, with your work.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the Banksy of your little town.
Yeah.
Um, so how many people have you got working for you? Because I know that, so there's you, there's your apprentice. Who else is in the team?
And you have Rocky. He's a bodyman. It's me and
Yep.
my apprentice. We are like on the painting side of the workshop, and then we have it's 3 full-time bodymen. It's Rocky and it's Christian and Morten. And then I have my boss Frank, and he's also a bodyman. So we kind of have 4 bodymen, and it's me and my apprentice on the painting side.
It's a good team, it sounds like.
We are a good team. We are.
So,
Yeah.
what are your 2 favorite things about the job?
Definitely boot time. I absolutely love being in the booth, and we are in the booth right now.
Yep.
And well, I don't really have a specific thing that I absolutely love because I really love and enjoy everything about the job. So yeah.
Do you ever get involved in any panel work or body work at all, or do you try and stay away from that?
I try to stay away from that. That's not my thing at all. So when
That's
I see
probably
that they need help, I kind of like go behind the car. No, but we try to help each other out all the time. But I will say that they help me more than I help them. So yeah.
I saw Rocky's been doing a bit of painting recently.
Yeah, he is. Well, he's trying out to do some priming jobs to help
Uh-huh.
me out, and I really appreciate that. Yeah. But
And
I will say that I have been using the putty from Kolad, and that's kind of a bodyman's job, kind of, at least at our shop, and I really enjoy that side of it. Yeah.
let's come back to that in a while, because I
Okay.
want to talk to you about a couple of those things.
Okay.
So is there anything particular that you don't like about your job, or you feel you could improve on? Forget body work, just general stuff.
Well, but that has actually changed. But a little while ago, before I got my new polish and sanding machine, kind of fixing up dusts in the clear coat and runs or sig, that I absolutely hated that.
So like
I
the little
didn't,
D-nibs.
yeah, like polishing your work afterwards. Oh my God, I did not know how to do that right. I always messed it up. I didn't get back the shine in the paint, and it was just like a shithole to me. Sorry.
It's fine.
But it was a total game changer when I got that machine from Mirka.
Yeah. Do,
This,
yeah. Do you want to explain that a little bit more? Because there's probably a lot of people out there, especially newbies, that maybe watch us and they think that every finish is a perfect finish, and it's not. It's not.
Oh no, I never get that. Oh my God. And actually, you just talked to Boogie. Is that
Yeah,
her name? Yeah,
bogey.
about
Yeah,
that. And we are so good at posting all our perfect jobs, right? Oh, so shiny, and it doesn't look as good in real life as it does on camera. Trust me.
yeah,
But it's really important to just be real and show those nibs in the paint, dusts, and like I always get, that's my signature. They joke about that in the shop. If it doesn't have a run, I didn't paint it. So yeah.
you, so what have you got then? Just talk us through those two tools, because I have actually used those tools, so I know that they are really good tools. But you explain them from your point of view.
Okay, this is the polish machine.
Hmm.
It's a really simple machine on batteries, and you actually get two batteries, so you always have power. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it
Yep,
makes really, really little noise. So it's
yep.
really comfortable using it, and it just gets the job done so quickly. But like I didn't understand before, like, oh, you need to use different pads for different types of stuff. I just used whatever I had in my hand, and I didn't understand the differences between the different polish stuff.
Yeah.
So the techs from Mirka came to the shop and they showed us how to use the machine properly and how to use the right polish and pads. So if you do the two steps that I learned, it's just like a 5 minute thing and you're done. And you
So,
really get the good results.
but before you move to that polish, you've got the
Yeah.
denibber, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe we should have done that first. Sorry. So it's this one. It's really tiny, as you can see with my hand, and you get different kind of sanding paper on it. I think this is 3000 that I usually use, and I only use this one, and then polish. So this rotates. It's hard to see,
Yeah, no, we can see that.
but
It's good. Yeah.
but it has a kind of a hard pad to it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this actually sands a bit at the same time. So this actually, you just put this on your dust and it takes it totally away and just polish like for some seconds and you're good.
That's it. I've seen
And
you a couple of your posts with it on, and you can see where you've gone around the panel and just given it a quick polish.
yes, I just go all over. It's no problem anymore. Like I would cringe when I needed to do like 5 dust things, and now I can do like 20 and no problem at all. It's just fun now.
And if you've got a run, do you use the same process, or do you have a different technique for a run?
Yes, I use the shark blade. I think you
Hmm.
have that as
Yeah, I
well.
do have that. I do like that. I
Yeah.
like the shape of it.
Yes, I think it feels good in the hand. You can get a lot of different types of those cutters, but I really
Yeah.
like the Mirka one. And you also get it in this little bag, and I think that's so cute. So you get this little cutter or shark blades. So I just kind of block it down with that, or you cut it all
Hmm.
the way down, so you can obviously see that it's gone. And then I go over with this one because like I said, this actually blocks it because it's so hard on the end, and you can switch this out so you can get some soft ones too, but this is hard, so this kind of helps me do the last blocking before I can start polish.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you can get the different grades as well on that, on the end,
Yes,
the
absolutely.
rows. So
Yeah.
Specky's got a question for you. Do the batteries last a long time? I think I found that they did. Are you finding the same sort of thing?
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, you get two batteries with each machine. So
Hmm.
if one battery gets loses power, you just change it. So I have never had a problem with that at all. And I haven't really like timed it, so I haven't been thinking, wow, this is a bad battery. And I use it every day.
Yeah, and that, if it works, I mean, I've got the PXE90, which Premier Carcass just popped up, the Flex PX80s. Oops, and that's a really good machine as well. I mean, it's
Yeah,
slightly different. It's an all-in-one machine,
mm,
whereas you've got the two separate machines. But yeah,
yeah,
brilliant little machines.
yeah.
I lost track where we were now. Oh, so that actually, it seems that we've spoken about that. My next question to you is going to be, what was your favorite guns and your favorite tools?
Yeah, I wish you could kind of see the floor behind, yeah, right down here because I was thinking about that. And what's my favorite tool? I don't know because you have so many different tools for so many different tasks, you know. So I can't really pick one, but I can pick my favorite gun, and that's this one. And you know it.
Yeah, so that's the light, isn't it? Is that the light? The 360
Yes, it
light?
is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. And it has a 1.2 nozzle. And I think this is just a perfect base gun. I mean, anyone can spray base with this gun. It's so easy and it's fast. And if you like to spray fast, this is absolutely the perfect gun. So yeah, that's my favorite gun. And I think, sorry?
I was going to say, what sort of setup do you like on that gun? What would you say is your perfect or ideal setup for you, for the way you paint?
Well, so many people are going to hate me for this, but
No,
I never check it at all. Like I do that stupid thing when you just spray on your hand. Oh, it's good, you know? So I don't
just
have,
on your hand.
yeah. And obviously you can see if it's too high or too low. So I wish I was using the manometer, but I don't. I should do it.
Well, look, why should you do it? If it works for you and there's nothing going wrong, then you don't need to change it, do you?
Well, I get runs on every job, so maybe I should, but yeah, we'll see.
That's only because you're going in hard.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I showed you the polish and sanding machine from Mirka, and for
Yeah.
that type of work, that's my favorite. And I think the thing that I use the most is this one. I mean, I use this one on every job and I absolutely love it. It just saves me so much time and it works really well. So that's
So
one of them, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, for those of you who don't know what that Izzy's just holding up there. That's the Welcome Fan Jet. It's got her little logo on it, and it basically helps to dry or move the air around your panel when you've just put on your base coat. So it
Yeah.
increases the drying speed of your base coat basically, and makes
Yeah.
sure it's thorough.
And it's really fast because I had other type of this tool before, but it was kind of half the size. Like
Yeah, I
it was
remember
like
it.
this. Yeah. And it was great, you know, but then I tried this one and oh wow, that was a game changer for me in the booth. Really, no doubt. So yeah, I'm really happy about that one. And you know, I'm really lucky because I get to test out and have so many different cool tools. So I could never like pick one that was my favorite, but
No, but
I
you've
could,
got
yeah.
them for your different jobs. So what else have you got hanging around you there? You just look like go on.
Okay. This one, of course,
Oh,
the Pretty in Pink. And so many of you already have this one. And yeah, it really does make a difference. So this is really important to me.
and that's
Uh,
the Iron Star anti-static gun. Now they
yeah,
normally come in black and blue. There is only two pink ones in the world
yes,
at the moment, and one belongs to Izzy, and one was given away as a um,
giveaway,
yeah, to
kind of.
focus on women. What's it? International Women's Day on the 8th of
Yeah,
March.
yeah. And
And
actually, you hooked me up with this, Wayne. So thank you so much for that.
no, you're very well. Well, when they came and they said they wanted to do that, I could only think of one person who would be the best
Oh,
to have the pink one. So that's for sure. And
thank you.
have you heard how the person who won the other one's getting on? Is she liking it?
I think she is because she just made a video about it, and she was kind of showing how it works with the static. So she had a plastic bumper and she had a string or something that she put on it so you can see how static the bumper was. And then she used the static gun and tried it again, and it didn't want to stay on the bumper at all. So that was really cool. Yeah.
It's a really good piece of kit. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's got their techniques to try and reduce static. If you can't afford one of these guns, a good way of doing it is using a water-based degreaser instead of a
Yeah.
solvent before you paint, because that will also help reduce any static on plastic and metalwork.
Yeah.
Anything else around there that we need to be made aware of?
Yeah, well, how much time do we have now? This one, of course, you know this one. This
Yeah,
one is just absolutely amazing. And I like to say that it's so handy dandy. Can you say that in English?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's on the wall right beside my room where I do my priming. So it's just like I just take it with me and we are on. So I absolutely love this one.
So
It's a
for those who
great
don't know
product.
what Izzy's holding up there, that is the Unilight UV Gang UV curing lamp. Um, and that's a really smart little piece of kit. It's
Yeah.
rechargeable and it's got the UV Gang logo on the side. But, Izzy, you have just got a couple of weeks ago the Collab UV light. Now
Are you
that
ready?
again, God,
Oh my
wow.
God. I still can't believe I'm holding this in my hands. This is a really, really powerful tool. Like you can't even believe it. I can tell you this as much as I want. You won't believe me until you actually try it. It's amazing. And you actually did a tryout on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I really liked it. I was really impressed with it. It was nice. It was light. It
Yeah.
felt comfortable in the hand.
You
So
feel like what can I say, a gangster?
yeah,
A
gangster.
space gangster. No, it's really cool and it works really, really well. And I am doing a lot of different videos on this one. So yeah, I look forward to posting about that.
Well, we look forward to seeing them.
Good.
Now, you work with Sickens as your pen.
Yes.
Have you? It's always been Sickens. I guess it has because what were you using at school?
At school, it was Glossarit.
Hmm.
And then when I started working here, it was PPG.
Hmm.
And when I was 1 year at Audi Volkswagen, it was Glossarit again. And when I came back, they had changed to Sikkens.
And is there? Have you found a benefit over the Sickens because I guess you have a say in the sort of products that you use, really, because you
Yeah.
are the primary painter, so it's got to be a paint that you like. So is there something that you like specifically about the Sickens?
Well, I think like this that every brand works and it works really, really well. So I think it just depends on what you're used to
Hmm.
and also customer service and kind of what they can give you, kind of like courses and training and stuff like that. So I really haven't had that much problems with Sikkens. I think they have fantastic customer service and I really have a lot of fun with them. They bring me on so many different things and I really enjoy that. So yeah, it works really well. Yeah, absolutely. Sikkens is on top for me. So
On top of
I
you.
can't wait for all of you to switch over with me.
Well, I think everyone's sort of set in their ways, a bit like you. You know, the product that you like is the one they stick with. But hey, you never know. So
Yeah.
we've got a question coming here that maybe you'd like to answer from
Okay.
GKMC47. He says,
Hmm.
how much faster is the UV system, so UV priming or UV, in fact, we haven't spoken about putty, so let's come to putty after this,
Yeah.
from regular method of in time?
Oh, it's a huge difference. It's like crazy. You can't even compare it because if I do normal priming, you kind of need to first you need to wait in between the coats, um,
A
whatever
flash off.
products you use. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I need to wait like it depends on the size, of course, but say I need to wait 3 minutes between coats just so it gets matte. And then you have to kind of bake it for 30 minutes and then you can start sanding. But with UV products, we are talking seconds, not minutes at all. It's I use seconds, and I don't know how long actually I wait. I just kind of see when it gets matte and I touch it. But I lay down two coats and I think maybe I use a minute, 2 minutes, tops 5 minutes if it's a big job, and then you can start sanding right away. It's no like baking time, anything. So
No, and no shrink back and no issues like that as well. Good
no,
coverage.
nothing. Yeah.
And what about the putty then? Because you mentioned that earlier and then we sort of forgot about it until just now. So what are you
Yeah.
thinking about the putty? I mean, I've got my own personal opinion on that, and I'll sort of share that afterwards. But
Yeah.
what's your opinion?
Well, I haven't used it that much yet, but the times I have been using it, I absolutely love it. And they say that it dries in 3 seconds, and it does. It really, really does.
It does, doesn't
And
it? Yeah.
I wouldn't believe that because I saw that on SEMA. Is it 2 years ago? I don't know. The first time, 1 year ago, I don't know.
Yeah, and then last
Uh,
year as well. Yeah.
yeah, and I saw that on SEMA, and I was like, no way, no, that's not real at all. I need to try that. And I thought I will never try that, I will never get that opportunity. But then I got that opportunity, and that was the first thing I did. Like I had my timer on, and I did 3 seconds, and I started sanding, and yes, it works. It really works.
It's almost as soon as you pull the trigger and then you let go of the trigger, that's it.
Yeah.
It's set. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really like it. I think it's definitely one of the best products on the market now with regard to UV putties.
Yeah.
And sanding, how have you found the sanding? I like the sanding. I think it sands really well, both products.
Yeah, it really does. And I have tried it like on metal, on plastic, on wood because I did my staircase.
I so remember that. Yeah.
And that escalated into my walls as well. So yeah, I've tried that on many different things now, and it sands really great. I have had no problems with it, but I haven't had it in the booth yet, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, you'll have to let us all know. Talking about doing some homework with it, the other day I had to take some lights out the ceiling, and
Yeah.
unfortunately where they were, it sort of broke the plasterboard a bit, so there was a slight gap, and the lights that were going in were a bit smaller. So I came home with the UV lamp and the Colad putty.
Yay!
Filled in the hole, because you know that you don't have to wait for anything to sink back.
No.
You don't have to wait for it to cure and dry. It's literally 3 seconds and you're done.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, people here won't believe it. So they just need to try it or watch my videos.
Yeah, watch the videos.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of kit, and we deservedly, you deserve the kits because you work really hard and you use them. But if you were allowed to have any new piece of kit, something else to add to your arsenal, what would it be?
Wow. Well, actually, I saw a movie. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but it was Guns N' Roses. He made this video when he's walking like super cool in the booth, and he was just throwing these tape things on the wall. And that looked so cool. Oh my God, I'm gonna do that same video. And I see you actually got them too. I see them all over Instagram. So I think that is a really cool tool because, tapes, they lay all over the place. And I absolutely hate when you get dust and shit in the tape. So that's a great product, actually.
It's an amazing product. Okay,
Yeah.
so look, I'll talk to you now about it. I'll be absolutely honest. So this is part of my review. I was going to do my review on it. But for those of you watching it, the 110, so I think it's one of the, when I first saw it, I thought it was a bit of a gimmick. Do you know what I mean? So I thought it looks like a
What does
fancy
that
thing.
mean?
It's
okay.
more like something that looks good but would never really work. So you just buy
Okay.
it because people are using it. It's
Yeah.
not. It is actually really good because
Yeah.
I found I'm terrible. If I put some, I'll put something down and I'll forget where I put it. Easy.
Yeah,
So
the same.
I have tape all over my workshop.
Yeah.
And so when I got this, I put the 3 sizes I want. I put them on the wall because it's magnetic. And then I went round and I found all the tape that I just left in different places.
Yeah.
And I must have picked up about 12 rolls of tape of different sizes.
Yeah.
And so you get wastage. Whereas now,
I think that's every shop, it's tapes all over the place. So I think it's a really good product, absolutely. And especially when you do cool videos like that. So great job to Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, he did. He's putting out some really good videos, old Shake. So are you still there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we need to go to a few questions because I don't want us to run out of time because so many people sent you in some questions. So let's go back to there and then we'll come to mine afterwards if that's all right.
Okay.
So actually, Shake, Guns N' Roses, My question is simple. You won't like this one. When are you switching to PPG?
Well, Shake, when are you switching to Sickens?
Good answer. Good
Yeah.
answer. Um, Specky says, any tips for getting the most out of Instagram? That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Well, what you want to get out of Instagram, kind of, because I don't know what I'm trying to get out of Instagram even. So I don't know. Well, if you're trying to kind of get likes and views, my best tips is make mistakes and show them, because I can make the perfect job, like the Chinese job, and then I post a video of me showing my mistakes and my runs and my whatever, and the mistake video gets double the amount of showings and likes. So just be real, just show what's real, and people will absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only, from my perspective, it's not that I don't get the runs like I posted last Friday, because after speaking to
Mm,
Bogey, and I thought, yeah, I will. But
mm.
because my Instagram page is also my business page, customers are
Yeah,
looking at it. So if I put a problem after a problem, the customer's going to think, I don't want to go to this this guy, no
yeah,
matter if he can
right.
have a sensible balance, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. A good balance is a good tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But first of all, you need to find out what you want to get out of Instagram.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And then you've got a direction to move in.
yeah.
What's the best bit of advice that you've ever been given?
Well, I don't have like this big, nice quote about it, but it was when I was apprentice. Of course, I did a lot of mistakes in the booth, and that just stressed me out so bad. And I would like mess up the color or mess up the fade out or something like that. And I would just put clear coat over it because that was the next step, right? But then someone told me to just relax and try to fix your mistakes while you're in the booth. Don't just go to the next step. If it takes 15 minutes longer or 30 minutes longer or even an hour, just take that time and try to recover from your mistakes, because that's the better solution than just putting on the clear coat and you have to sand everything down and try again. Yeah.
And that's actually you were, for those who don't know, I did several years ago a Meet the Repairer sort of segment where I sent some questions. There was none of this live chat that we're doing now,
Yeah.
and Izzy was my first ever Meet the Repairer, and she did it, and that
Yeah.
was actually the tip you gave then, and I thought that was a really good
Oh,
tip. Yeah,
okay. Nice, nice.
and I thought it was a really good one. It was sensible. It was like, just calm down, address
Mm,
the problem, and don't sort of sweep it aside and forget about it,
mm.
really.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color? A couple of people asked that question.
Yeah, blue.
Oh, any particular
Yeah.
blue?
No, plus just blue in
Just blue.
general. I really liked blue. Yeah.
Premier Car Care asks, he says, hi Izzy, hope you're well. My question is, who is your biggest influence, biggest inspiration, and why?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
I
deep
think
question.
that's you, Wayne.
No, it can't be
Yeah,
Izzy.
really. No, I mean it. I really mean it. Like, I think you were one of my first friends here on Instagram, and this is really my passion. This is really what I enjoy. I absolutely love the body industry and everything around it. And you are so hardworking, and you give so much of yourself. And I think that that's really, really cool. So yeah, I think that that must be Wayne.
Oh, thank you.
Really.
I remember when we first sort of started communicating, and you had
Yeah.
something like 3,000 or 4,000 followers, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, then you're going to do it, and then now you're what's that? Four times? What's that? I can't even work it out. 10,
No.
10 times that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
10 times that. 40,
Yeah.
you're not far from 50 now, are you? Getting
No,
closer?
I'm not. And that blows my mind. Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I remember when it blew your mind at 20. But
Yeah.
so somebody here called Anita Holdors, and I apologize if I got that wrong. Izzy, can I come and work for you? Would love to be an apprentice at your workshop. Greetings from, and I'm not quite sure where that might be Holland Holland or Norway. I'm not quite sure.
Wow, that's nice. Absolutely, but not right now. I think one apprentice at a time, that's a maximum for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although look at what Bogey was doing. I mean, I was quite amazed at how she sort of
Yeah.
opened the shop up. She's got all those women in there just building
Yeah.
that car.
That's really, really cool. But I kind of struggle with keeping myself in line. So trying to teach another person and keeping her in line as well, that's enough for me. Oh my God. That's hard work because when you have an apprentice, you want your apprentice to do the absolute best that they can. So you are really putting in a lot of work in that person and a lot of your knowledge and a lot of your time. So yeah, you really want to be focused when you're doing a job like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you want to give them your sort of full attention as well, don't you, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Isse,
Åse.
Åse,
Yes. Hi, Åse.
she says, what do you like best about the trade?
Well, I don't know. Well, I like the whole trade in general, but I don't really know what to answer. Can you answer that, Wayne?
I think for me, it's become more than just a trade, hasn't it? Because it's almost become a community and a family. So
Yeah.
we get to do things like this, and it's not every day is not. I struggle with things that are the same every day, which is why I would struggle with like a full respray or a restoration work. Whereas with my job, because it's different every day, that's what I like. And I like the fact that, you can speak to people in here, you can see people, help people out. And there's just so many things, isn't there, about this trade? We lost Izzy. She's just disappeared there. So hopefully she'll be back in a minute. Let me see if I might need to just send her another request. Hold on. Just bear with us a minute. Modern technology. If I've gone silent, it's only because I've forgotten how to spell Painter Izzy. No, that's because Izzy's left, so she's going to join us again. Hold on. Let me just refresh this. There we go. Okay. I've just sent you a request, so hopefully you'll get that. Well, that's the first time that's ever happened. So bear with us, folks. Okay, send a request. Okay, so Izzy's going to hopefully pop back, but also says, another comment from her is just a little appreciation post. You're a big inspiration for us all. I'm sort of reading the comments as they're popping up and also trying to see where Izzy's gone. So bear with me. She's in her paint shop, so she's back.
Yay! Hey! I'm so sorry. My phone got this message that it's too hot. What is that? I've never had that before.
That's because we're on fire on here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Wow, that's weird. Yeah.
So what have you done now?
Well, I actually cooled it down. I used my air pistol. And I can't see you yet, but can you see me?
Well, you're frozen, so maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good picture of me.
That's not a bad one. Oh dear, never heard that. Okay, so I'm just going to see if we've got any other. So you might need to cool it down a bit more, Izzy.
Can you see me now?
Hold on. I was just reading. Yeah, we got you. Okay.
Sorry, I've never seen that before.
That's crazy. I'm just going to see if there's any other really good questions before we finish off with mine.
Yeah.
I always have trouble spray silver half a panel. So somebody is there saying that when they paint silver cars, they struggle. I'm guessing that's on a bit of blend out. Do you think that's quite an easy thing to kind of answer or give some advice on?
Well, what I kind of do is like I use that blend out liquid, and I actually spray the whole panel with that first before I start laying the color because metallics can be tricky.
Hmm.
Metallics are like small metal flakes, kind of microscopical. So if you spray them with too high of a pressure, they will stand up in the paint instead of laying down. So when I spray the whole panel with that liquid, it helps the metallic lay down, and then the blend looks so much better. So that's kind of my thing. But absolutely, I also struggle with metallic sometimes, but that's what I use when I have problems.
I don't have that on my system,
Well,
my
you
optical
should
system.
switch to seconds.
Oh my God.
No problem.
And then there's another question here for you from Radashi. He's got loads of highs from Germany, highs from Los Angeles.
Hi.
There was one from South Africa. What tips do
Hi.
you have for being oh, this is a good one from Theresa89. What tips do you have for being accepted as a woman in the profession? And for those who have the bad boss who comes. Okay, so she wasn't able to finish all the questions. So basically, I'm just guessing that she doesn't have a good working environment. So, and she's in the business. And what sort of tips could you give her?
Well, be you, be strong. I bet you are a strong woman, so you can absolutely make it. But some workshops have shitty people. That's just how it is. Not everyone will be acceptant of a woman in the industry. That's just how it is. So find a workshop that works for you, I guess, because that's kind of half of the job, going to work with people that you like and that you can connect with and build a friendship with, because you actually are in the same building with them 8 hours a day, and so you kind of have to get along with each other. And here at Lock Service, we are a big family. Everybody talks about their private stuff, and we are really connected and good friends, and that's so important.
Yeah, I think obviously it's not always easy for you to just go and get a new job. So
No.
what you need to do is try and get as most out of that job as you possibly can that will make you a more desirable person for when the next job comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always just try and stay positive, even if it's going to be a hard day and you're going to get a bit of a beating's the wrong word, but just grief. Just try and remember that you're doing it to make yourself a better person, because once you've
Yeah.
got that experience underneath your belt, that's going to open doors for you.
Yeah.
And also it's going to make you, like Izzy said, a tougher person and sort of ready to sort of come across anything else that's thrown your way.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that for many women in this industry or in this business, it's kind of hard because men are like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get you on the stand again. I think men, they are kind of communicating in a different way that we ladies, women do. Because you men, if you have a problem with me, you will just tell me straight up. And us women, we kind of don't do that. We like talk behind your back and stuff like that. So it's kind of different, but you get used to it. And for me, that's a better way to like, hey Wayne, I don't like this about you. Can we change this thing? And yeah, I think you just need to get used to that. And yeah, if you get used to it, it's no problem at all. It's
yeah,
better.
straight to the point.
Yeah.
That's sure. Paint breed. You ask what clear Izzy likes. She sickens. So if it's a paint, it sickens. Everything
Seconds.
sickens. So
Seconds.
so you're I'm just checking the time. You're definitely
Yeah.
the queen of Mazda colors. There is nobody else that you've got to, you paint Mazda, all of these 3-stage hard pearl Mazda colors. You sort of
Yeah.
smash it out. Okay, you haven't
Yeah.
always got it right.
No,
No, but so
absolutely
what?
not.
Do you have a secret about that you can share with us?
Well, actually, I it started on Instagram. because we are a under company of a Mazda company, so we paint all their cars. That's why we have so many of them. And of course, they only took in the three-stage cars, of course. So at the beginning, I didn't get the colors at all. And that's about the time when I started Instagram. So I searched for the color on Instagram, and some people, different people came up, and they actually helped me choose the right variant or the right shade for the different cars. But and that was just the red colors. You have 41V and 36V.
Yeah.
And then you have the gray one, that's 36G.
Is that the one you just did the other day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a dark gray kind of. It looks just like it's supposed to have like this metal effect. And it's really, really hard to get that. So I actually went to Finland on a course with Sikins, and
2 years ago.
Yeah. You really keep track, Whale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that really helped a lot. It really did. Yeah.
And then, so there's a couple of questions just come through here. Is the clear tinted at all, or is it just a standard clear? No. I'm not a fan of that tinted clear.
No, I actually never tried it.
Yeah, I did on, I can't remember, I think I might have been Standox, and it was on the Honda used to do it, the Honda Milano or something like that. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh.
No, wasn't for me. What's your most memorable?
No.
Are you back? Yeah. What's your most memorable job? And your least memorable job?
Well, the least memorable must have been one of the three-stage Mazda cars, because it's been so many now. And the most memorable must be, I think I posted about that like in the beginning of my page. It was this big truck that we did, and it was like a total restoration on the body. And the person that owned the car, it was actually his father or grandfather's car from the start. So this is a really old one. And he only had, like, I posted a picture, this little picture of it when it was like looking good so long ago. And that was the only thing I had to go after. And it was so many different lines and different kind of designs on that truck. It was white and blue. And that job just took forever, and it was so much work, so much fine line. You know, the body workers, they had to put the hood on the truck, and they had to be like 3 or 4 people to do that because it was so big while I was laying the fine lines. So it was a really hard job and a really nice job. Yeah.
So, and that's around the beginning of your Instagram page. So if anybody wants to go and have a look, just scroll all the way through your posts and they can see that, can't they? I think Izzy's phone is overheating again. She needs to get, you need another phone. Yep, definitely overheating. Well, we've only got a few more questions for her. So once Izzy goes and cools her phone back down and then joins us again, hold on, let's see if we can send her a request. That is so funny. Okay, I'm just going to send her a request. You see. So, right. Hold on a minute. I can't actually send her a request because she's still attached online. So until she, oh well. But once we're waiting for Izzy to come back and cool her phone down and come back, which she's now just left, so she'll be joining us shortly, is we've so much information there for you all, and you know, a super talented painter with loads of schools, and you know, I don't think an hour is going to do this our conversation justice. So I've just sent her another link. I hope maybe she needs to use her welcome fan jet to cool it down again. The phone can't handle the conversation. No, detailing girl, it can't. So detail.
Shit phone. Sorry.
Okay, well, we've only got, let's get the last 3 questions in before we leave you, and we can say this.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do in your downtime when you're not painting?
Well, I am a mom, so I obviously enjoy just playing with my family, my husband, my stepson, my daughter. And Instagram is definitely become my hobby. So yeah, just playing around with my family and friends. I don't really have a specific, like I don't do kind of football or any sports at all. So
Hmm.
it's kind of making videos for Instagram, chatting up with you guys, spending time with my family and friends. Yeah.
And you have a lovely family, by the way.
Thank
Very nice
you.
family. Um, so I've got this question, which I've asked a few people now. I'm not sure whether I'm going to
Mm.
keep this question going, but I'll keep it for this month, and then we'll see. So if
Yeah.
you were marooned on a desert island somewhere, and you were only allowed to take one item, what would it be?
A MacGyver knife.
What is it?
A MacGyver knife. You haven't seen that?
No. What is that?
You know MacGyver, right? On TV, this person that just fixes everything, you know? It's
Okay.
this kind of this little knife, and you can fold it up, and it has like scissors, it has a
Ah.
saw on it, a box
o-
opener, you know, survival knife
Yeah.
type
So
of
like a
thing. Yeah,
yeah, like a Swiss Army knife or a Leatherman, that kind of thing.
yeah,
That,
yeah,
do you know what?
exactly.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah, it is.
That and the hammock that someone mentioned the other day. I like those two things. That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
so
So
many things.
we got. Let's just see before. I'm just worried. I don't want your phone to overheat again. Just make sure that there's no more
I'm
questions.
so sorry.
That's all right. Somebody just asked, and he's asked a couple of times.
Yeah.
Have you tried the 3M gun? Have you had an opportunity to try that?
Well, actually, I have it.
Do
It's
you?
not mine. It's not mine. But a person, his name is on it. But he came and he wanted me to try it out. So when I have some time, I will.
Oh, excellent. Well, I
Yeah.
look forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So my last question for you is, and the problem is you've actually done loads of these already, but do you have one tip that you could leave us all with?
Just relax. Just try to have fun with it. Don't freak out. If you do freak out, just don't paint. Take a break and then try to get on with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just relax. That's the only thing. I tell my apprentice that all the time because, she keeps freaking out. And that's kind of my fault because I'm kind of strict, so I'm like, come on, you need to push, come on, don't stop, keep
I
going. So she's
I don't
just
believe that.
freaking out. No, she just keeps freaking out. So just relax, take a break, take a breathe, and you will do just fine.
I think I remember you saying that actually when you did that Meet the Repairer, and I just thought how true that was. And
Yeah,
that's a kind of a philosophy that I've sort of brought into my workshop as well for myself is, just walk away, relax,
yeah,
come back to it when you're feeling it.
yeah,
Otherwise, it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? When you're stressed and
yeah.
you can't, it's like, no, it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And you just have to repaint everything. So just leave the boot. Just take a break, relax, and you got this.
Have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So everybody, that's Izzy. And I thank you so much for giving us this time because you've actually stayed late at the workshop for us in the spray booth with your overheating phone.
Sorry.
That's,
Let's never talk about that again, okay?
no,
Don't even
we'll
mention
forget
it.
about that.
Yeah.
So, we've been all waiting for this to happen for a long time. So thank you so much for making the time for us, and
Thank
what a
you.
great way to start this week.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you for
o-
having me, Wayne.
on Thursday, I'm speaking to Bondo Barbie from the States, so I look forward to that. She posts some funny videos every now and again. But what I'm going to do is say goodbye. I'm going to switch us off and save this, and then you can share it if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Izzy,
Goodbye,
everyone
everyone.
really appreciate it. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.